Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Friday, the 22nd of February, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, Leeward set for huge score, and in our feature for this evening, Blue wins at Charlestown Primary. We'll take this break, and I'll be right back.
This one is going out to the land of my birth, Queen City, Nevis.
Truly, one of the few places that has an untouched beauty that has captivated the hearts of many. Nevis is everything you imagine.
Well, I'm back, and we start with cricket. Former West Indies team manager Ricky Skerritt has announced his intention to challenge Dave Cameron for the position of CWI president. Skerritt, 62, who is currently president of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Cricket Association, has previously been a cabinet minister and senator in the National Assembly of St. Kitts and Nevis, and has also served as Minister of Tourism. He currently sits on the CWI board and has an MSc from Oxford University, where he was a Rhodes Scholar. He will run for election alongside Dr. Kishore Shallow, a 35-year-old entrepreneur and director of CWI, who is running for the role of vice president. Both candidates' nominations were supported by the Leeward Islands Cricket Association and the Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board. It would appear to represent a significant threat to Cameron's future. While the pair have produced a 10-point plan that includes cricket-specific issues such as modernizing coach education, a new approach to selection, greater emphasis at under-19 and under-23 levels, and increased funding for the sport at grassroots level, it is clear that the distrust of Cameron lies at the heart of their challenge. In particular, the pair allege that Cameron plans to install himself as a full-time executive president, which demonstrates his personal thinking is diametrically opposed to the values of West Indies cricket. Now to the field of play. The regional cricket series resumed on Thursday, 22nd February, with the Leewards Hurricanes engaging the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force at Warner Park. The Leewards lost the toss and were sent in to bat first on a lively Warner Park track and were off to a horrific start as top scorer for the season, Munson Hodge, was bowled off an inner edge by left-arm seamer Daniel Sinclair. He was soon followed by the Leeward skipper Kyron Powell, whose woeful form continued, caught brilliantly by Lendl Simmons at extra cover off the same bowler. However, the Leewards middle order went to work and saw good scores from Casey Carty, Devon Thomas, Jamal Hamilton and Terence Ward, forcing the visitors to sweat for the remainder of the day. At the end of day one, the Leewards were in a fairly good position at 296 for 5. Summary scores: Leewards at the end of day one, 296 for 5, Jamal Hamilton 68, Devon Thomas 67, Terence Ward 64 not out, Casey Carty 44, Rakeem Cornwall 34 not out. Daniel Sinclair 2 for 32, Kerry Peer 2 for 78, Anderson Phillip 1 for 71 were the wicket takers. In other matches, Barbados Pride 215 all out versus the Windward Volcanoes 49 for 2 at the end of day 1. In the final match, Guyana Jaguars 158 all out, Jamaica Scorpions in response 108 for 6 at the end of day 1. We go to break, and when I come back, we'll have our feature for this evening.
Taxes are the lifeblood of a nation. Feel good about what your tax dollars do in Nevis. As a responsible citizen, your tax dollars protect our environment. Pay your taxes on time. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis.
Be a responsible citizen.
Well, I'm back, and tonight athletics is in the spotlight. The defending inter-primary champions, Charlestown Primary, sent out a strong note of warning on Wednesday, 20th February, when they hosted their annual sports meet this year for the first time at the Mondo track. A sizable crowd was on hand to witness the event, which was held under the distinguished patronage of two former outstanding athletes from the school, Alyssa Pemberton and David DeCosta. The meet started late, around 2 p.m., but after the impressive march past, the athletes hit the track and competed fiercely in such events as the 400, 800, 1200, 200, 100 meters, and relay races. Most of the races were keenly contested as the athletes were all well aware that apart from competing for points for their individual houses, that the top athletes would be chosen for the Inter-Primary 2019. Sometime close to 8 p.m., Blue House was announced as the champion house. The results were as follows: Blue House 347 points, champions; Green House 266 points, second place; and Red House in third on 244 points. Today, Friday, should have seen the VOJN Primary School hosting their annual sports meet at the school grounds. Thanks to Remy Gums, we go to the Monday track and we get some of the action from CPS.
That's a good pop, and it's 100 meters, and it is the class 7 boys. 100 meters, on the inside lane is red. In lane number 4 is blue. Red and blue coming down to the final stretch. Red, blue, blue, red, blue, green, green.
Class 6, they are. Put up the track, they come on the inside is red. Right between those blue and red and green. Blue and green. And they're looking better, they come up. Blue and red. Red looks good in front there. But they're the blue challenging hard. And they get to the red. There's red and blue. Red and blue, red and green. And they come up and see what they're looking. Looks like blue. And yeah, from the track they come, 100 meters around, class 6 girls. As they come up the track here, the boys are running out. As they come up, blue looks good in front. And he's running in it. The challenge on the outside, and another blue. He's going to be blue against blue here. Blue is running blue. The twin brothers. And number 141 takes goal again. And 142, according to your numbers. 1 and 2. One with gold, one with silver. All day.
They're off. It's 100 meters, and it's a class 5 girls. Record holder amateur speeds of 2004. Out front is red, challenged strongly by blue. Red and blue, red and blue. Well, it looks like blue all the way. Green, 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 red. It's a good pop. It's a 100 meters, and it's a class 5 boys. They're coming up the track with the front green. With the front blue on the outside. And the blue and the red. Looks like blue. Looks like green.
And they're coming up. Drop the shit, they come. They're looking in the little bundle. My goodness, and there's the blue and the red. Blue and red is in front as they come up here. They're running side by side. There's a red on the outside as well, but it's going to be all red. Red looks good. Jordan is red. That takes gold and silver. And blue has the silver for the bronze and fourth. And they are. It's a good pop. As they come up the stretch here, I see green, I see blue, I see red, red, green, and blue. As they come up the stretch here, blue, green, and one on the inside, and red, and blue. As they come down here, it's going to be a close one for the winners. It's 1 and 2, blue, green, and blue. Pass the blue. Blue takes goal, and green takes.
And they're off. It's a good pop. It's the class 2 girls. It's 100 meters. Record holder Kyra Lewis. Out front, way out front, is the Blue House. Looking good. Is this a record? Well, we'll wait and see. Red in second, blue in third, green in fourth. And then we had red, green, and blue. And it's a good pop. And they're off. Event number 49. This class 2 males. Look at the Blue House athlete out front. Well, he's running good. Green looks like he wants silver, and red takes the bronze.
And yeah, up the track they come now, it's red, green, and blue. As they come up now, the girls are coming up, they're the red inside, and they're the blue, and the outside as well. As they're coming up the track here, it's looking good, it's between blue and red, red and blue, red and blue, red takes the goal, and blue takes silver and bronze. Wow. And now, up the track they come, class 2 boys. As they come up here, we see a green on the inside, there's a blue in between. And there's a red also. As they come up, green and blue, green and red, looks good up front. And here comes another blue, coming up here. Who's going to take it? Green is going to get the goal. Red takes blue. and blue. Red takes silver and blue takes the bronze.
Keep the battle, 2000. And then coming up the top. It looks like green, it looks like blue, it looks like green. Green, blue, and red. Well, and off the side, it's a good pop. It's 100 meters and it's the senior boys. It looks like blue on the inside. It looks like red on the outside. But it looks like blue, red, and blue, and red.
Yeah, 4x4 open girls. And we are off with the first lap of the 4x4 blue. Leading the way, followed by red, then green. As they make their way around the turn now. And just about 100 meters in the race so far. They have another 300 meters to run. Red takes the lead, followed by blue. Green is looking good coming up there. As they make their way across the top of the stretch. Now just completed just about 200 meters. Still holding on to the lead. Blue is coming. Red is coming as well. And it's still an even race here. Green is coming now. Green is about to pass off. Green goes off, here goes, blue now goes off, and red, around the track they go, so they will probably run around the track on the top of the, when they complete 100 meters, I think they will be able to go into the number one ground, I think. Blue is anxiously waiting here at the finish area to take the baton. Blue is coming in. She's about to pass off. Now blue takes off. Here comes red. Green is still waiting to the road. Red goes off as well. Oh, look at that blue. Look at that blue. This looks like record speed. One complete lap to run and she gone like a rocket. Here goes blue now. Oh, and blue going off as well. Not far from what she wrote. Here comes blue. Blue is going to pass over to Young. It looked like it's... Oh my goodness. No, don't take it easy. There goes blue. There goes red. And green is struggling to get in. Well. Red looks good. But blue is very blue. In grand style, as she makes her way down the final 50 meters or so, and she's gonna take the goal. She takes gold for blue. Red is gonna take silver. And here comes Bailey.
Well, exciting as usual. That's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night and indeed a tremendous weekend.